say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. They wanna say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. These niggas say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. They wanna say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication now.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. Yeah, we said that already. Before we continue, if you guys are looking for any information that I may have shared about in my past videos, just look in the video description below. If you haven't checked out the video from yesterday or a couple days ago, whenever you're watching this, I explain a couple of steps that I utilize in order to start becoming mortgage ready if you're looking to buy a home. All that being said, all the other videos or descriptions or my other channel is always in the video description. Cool. I speak about things that people ask me about. I speak about things that people talk to me about. I speak about things that I experience. So let's talk about some things that I experienced and how I figured I can navigate through it. And sometimes I make my own notes just so I can deliver these messages without offending anybody, but definitely getting straight to the point. Today we're going to discuss 4 things, 4 tips, 4 tricks on how to become more productive and happier while you're working, but at the same time not sacrificing who you are. So if you're interested, sit back, take a couple notes, or just play the video over and over again. Whatever works for you. Basically, what we're going to talk about is how you deal with difficult people at work so that you can be happier at work and more production without the drama. Difficult people meaning obviously your supervisors, your 204Bs, your managers, some of your co-workers, some of your direct peers, and even a couple people you call your friends. So we're going to chop this up. People hear about politics at work. This is one place that you can guarantee that there are politics at this place. What do I mean by politics? Some people say, oh, politics don't exist. If you haven't worked here or work in an environment like this, you will experience politics for your first time ever while working at this place. To clarify what office politics are, some people have their own definition. Essentially, it's sometimes some people use their relationship or your connections for your own personal gain. And there's a lot of that going on, period. They use their personal gain basically to move ahead in the company. They use a lot of side conversations. They use, man, I gotta be real careful with what I say. Basically, they self-deal. There's no other way to say it. They move ahead in the company, and you know, and I know, these people, they don't even belong in the positions, or they don't belong getting away with certain things that they get away with because A, it's not fair, B, is no way that can really even happen. Like, hey man, you just started like a year ago. I've been here for 8 years. They never asked me to do such and such. But again, we're not paying attention to what they're doing. You just watch and see how these politics play out. They use this for their own personal gain, there's side conversations, and they get opportunities to move ahead, not because of the quality of their work, but based on who they know. and who they've been able to develop their relationships with. Crazy. Anyway, what we need to do in a scenario where you're dealing with individuals like this, or just the office politics in general, is you need to demonstrate your own high value, high quality work on a regular basis. Now, I mentioned this in a few other of my videos, maybe about half a year ago, and I break these things down into detail. But right now, we're just gonna kind of recap and put all these things together so that it can make it work for you. If you demonstrate a high value or high quality work on a daily basis, that is a key way to stay away from all the drama. And basically, you want to become, I wouldn't say a superstar, but you want to become, let me use my words, a top dog at whatever craft you're in, whether it be carrying, whether it be mail handling. You're mail handling, you know how to whip them forklifts and get everything done in a shorter period of time than everybody else. Cool. You guys get the hint. Become a superstar, become a top dog at whatever it is by demonstrating your high value and your high quality of work on a daily basis. If you are known to be that individual that delivers consistently on a regular basis, you'll be trusted by your managers and your peers to do the work. In return, you will be given more independence and left to do what you do. You ever see people that you come in and like, man, how come that manager never speaks to them? That's because they've already demonstrated that they can do anything without being spoken to. That's where you want to get to. You doing this also means that you won't be as intertwined with the people that tend to get into trouble or stir up the drama on a regular basis. Does that make sense? If you're busy doing what you're doing and taking care of business, there's no way you can get intertwined with the foolishness. Right? Right. You have to set yourself apart from them and basically show you're not on the same level as everybody else. That's tip number one. Tip number two. Become an expert at your job. This ties into demonstrating your high quality work. But where it differs from demonstrating that and becoming an expert is that demonstrating and physically doing makes you a high value employee and virtually irreplaceable in the eyes of your management. Okay, you demonstrated you could do this. You demonstrated you could do that. We ain't got to bother this person. And now that you've shown that you're a superstar, you're a top dog, you up here, hey. Management is a little less privy to try to pull you aside and get rid of you because you're virtually irreplaceable. Again, the individual on the forklift, the superstar truck driver, the carrier that can knock out more routes than necessary, gets back in earlier time. This person is demonstrating that they are up here while the rest are just following. It gives you immunity to the drama because you're busy doing your thug dizzle, doing what you do. You ain't got no time for the foolishness because you're constantly grinding to get to the top. Grinding to get to the top. Remember, there is no elevator to success. You gotta take the stairs. Let's talk. It puts you in a place where you're able to grow, if that should be your choice. That was number two. Number three, this seems a little crazy, but you're supposed to engage in important conflicts, but avoid petty ones. A lot of people believe that you should be just keeping your head down and avoiding everything, and everything should fall into place. That's me. Anybody that knows me at my place of work, they know I'm just I just keep going. I got other things I'm doing. I'm trying to put information out there for you. But nothing is further than from the truth, because you've heard the saying, pick and choose your battles wisely. If you go to work and you really want to show your value and what kind of influence that you have and the level of importance, you can't just keep your head down every day. Those are the people that tend to get bypassed. Understanding that two different levels or types of conflict will help you navigate while you're here at the post office. They're professional conflicts and personal conflicts. A professional conflict has to do something that's going on at the job, work related, and if you have expertise in the specific craft that you're in, then definitely engage and give your input. Management don't always accept your input, but at least you should engage because it shows your intellect. They should at least be somewhat receptive if you've demonstrated the first two, right? Right. Personal conflicts, on the other hand, should 100% be avoided if you can. We discussed this numerous times in other videos to stay away from the personal drama if you can. Make sense? This leads us to strategy number 4. Stay away from the people that are filled with drama, filled with confusion. My mother used to say, Gerard, you must stop the confusion. You're too messy. You're too this, you're too that. Blow my mind. But you have to stay away from confusion. That doesn't mean that you should argue, fuss, enemies with, but you should be able to create a working environment with everybody that you interact with. But people should know when you step in, do not bring the foolishness nor the fuckery to you. They should know better because you will not engage in it. You cool with everybody, but everybody won't bring the drama your way because you've already established yourself. You set yourself apart. Again, I make my notes just because this is what I do. I like to figure out how to deliver my messages in my notes. You see, it's notes. I'm just reading my notes. I like to deliver my messages so that it is easy for the average individual to grasp and it's not too mind-blowing. Nonetheless, 4 key strategies to navigate while you're there, and hopefully this information is useful to somebody. This is JH.